Ryan, I know you were locked into the match play, but were you able to take a moment and kind of step back and see the significance of tonight and the record crowd?
There's 2 or 3 times that, whether it was a challenge and just a lull, and that I just looked around and took it all in, and it was pretty special.
Hattie and Aubrey, if you looked around the crowd tonight, there were a lot of teams and young girls in volleyball jerseys. You guys both grew up in the state. What's it mean to you guys, if you can each both answer this, to be a part of the growth of the game?
I think it's awesome seeing 17,000 people, and majority of them being like high schools or even like young girls who like want to be us one day, and like it's happy, or like I like being there to like show them what they can do.
Yeah, I can speak on that a little bit because I had just about like 23 girls waiting for me upstairs from my home team in Watoma, and they all had these cute little shirts made with Hattie Bray on the back, and it was so awesome to see them all. There was about, I think, 3 or 4 girls that I played with back in high school who were freshmen on varsity, and that was a big thing for a small town. So it's really cool to see all of them here, and they all made it out on a school night to come to Milwaukee and watch a game. So I love just the fact that we can be on this big stage and build up volleyball in the state of Wisconsin.
Ryan, I guess I just want to kind of get your thoughts on what you take from tonight that encourages you as you move forward and get into Big East, and even just this run you got in the next few days.
Yeah, I mean, we're aware we've played a really difficult schedule to this point, and we've seen some really great sets throughout the course of the first 3 weeks, and just some high levels of play. And I think what we can take away is that we're right there, and can we close out some of these sets, some of these close sets. And I believe we have, and I said this to our team, the players in the locker room, to do this. And I think maybe today was a step in us believing it a little bit too.
Yeah, Hattie and Aubrey, I was going to ask you the same question. Just what have you learned about your team over these first 8 matches through this tough non-conference schedule?
Yeah, I feel like we've learned a lot just with how our mentality is. Everybody always talks about how we have returners, but we've grown in the year that we've been gone. And so putting all those puzzle pieces together has been really key for us. And I think, like Coach said, is like we're starting to believe in ourselves. And we're starting to believe that we can play these big teams and we can be at the level we need to be at.
I'd second that. I don't have much more to say.
Did you guys, playing in front of the crowd, playing at Fiserv, was the gameplay and the interaction between teammates, was it any different tonight?
I really think we were more fired up.
I think it was better.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it felt like we were just giving it all every single point of the game. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what we needed to feel to get that kind of rolling for the rest of the season.
That, and like knowing that we were the underdog and we had really nothing to lose and just putting everything out there.
I guess for any one of you, this crowd was unlike anything. How do you think the energy of just 17,000 people impacted the game as it went on and then into that 4th set?
It was cool. It was really cool to see, like, no matter who scored a point, the whole arena was erupting. We had our students that were just so loud when they were serving, and we had, it was a ton of Wisconsin fans, a ton of Marquette fans, so just erupting left and right was a really cool atmosphere.
Hattie and Aubrey, I guess I want to ask you about your team serving. I mean, you seem like you really put a lot of pressure on Wisconsin in that regard. What effect do you think that had, and has that kind of been one of the team's strengths this season?
It kind of has a big effect on the bigger teams we play because they're a lot taller than us, as you can kind of see. But if we get them out of system, that we have a easier chance of digging them and transitioning back at them.
Yeah, I agree. Our serving is definitely a key part of our offense and defense because we can focus more on pins, and taking them out of system really helps us a lot.
Ryan Kelly said, called out your right backs as being the toughest part of what they had to go against. What stood out to you about your team tonight?
Yeah, Yachty and Fody played some terrific right back defense throughout, and there was multiple plays that it took more than one dig, or 2 digs or 3 digs or scraping to keep a ball alive, and I thought it was our best defensive effort. I thought players were pretty locked into their responsibilities, and Wisconsin was, whether they were switching to the roll shot or the cut shot from the left side, I thought players were making extreme efforts, knowing that this could happen and this is where I need to go. And I was really impressed with their level of engagement throughout the match.
I asked Kelly the same thing, but after this match, how do you keep growing the game? What comes next?
Really, if our sport can be on TV more, I mean, the fans, the youth participations, it's there. And, to be on TV more, I'm not the person who makes those decisions, but if we can keep putting crowds out there like this, hopefully those people start to put it on more, whether that's, channels, whether it's ESPN, whether it's TV deals between conference offices and networks, whether it's a tweak in our schedule, so maybe we're not competing against college football, whatever it is, we want to be in front of more eyes, and the fans are out there, and it can continue to grow. And, we'd love to be the most popular women's sport in the country. And, I think 94,000 at a game a week ago and 17,000, and I think Louisville maybe had 20-something tonight. Hopefully the people making those decisions, who are much, much smarter than I am, see those things and want to get us out there more.